Whether your New Year's resolution is to hit the gym, better hygiene, or simply to keep things cool and fresh, Mando Whole Body Deodorant has got you covered from head to toe. Mando is clinically proven and doctor developed to help you block odor all day and control it for up to 72 hours. Say goodbye to last year's stink and upgrade to a whole new level of personal care. Right now, new customers get $5 off of a starter pack with exclusive code CHAEL at shopmando.com. You will love how you can use Mando to freshen up any problem areas in a pinch. It is perfect for my on-the-go lifestyle. It's also aluminum-free, baking soda-free, cruelty-free, dye-free, and it's vegan. Mando Starter Pack is perfect for new customers. It comes with a solid stick deodorant, a cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice, and free shipping. Remember, new customers get $5 off a starter pack with our exclusive code CHAEL. That's over 40% off your starter pack, only at shopmando.com. Or just click on the link below. Cowboy Cerrone versus Twisted Steel. So just the backstory on this is Twisted Steel is a bull, and he's a very frightening bull, right? I mean, he's going to buck you off. Cowboy Cerrone went and saw him and called him out. Said I can ride that bull, right? Which just means you got to stay on the sunbench with a couple of rules in place for 8 seconds. Now, Dana White owns the bull. Man, his first time his bull's been called out, he accepted the challenge. He said, I accept your challenge. I'll give you 50 grand. You do what you've asked to do, I'll give you 50 grand. But if you succeed, I'll give 100. And I think Dana said to a charity of your choice, the Chael Sonnen fund, by the way, if we're playing stupid money, okay? If we're doing real money, you give them the money, but Dana then said, look, the last professional to do it lasted 2.5 seconds. Dana even had a venue. And go out in Texas. There's a big old rodeo coming in May. I mean, they had got the whole thing worked out. And we know that Cowboy's going to accept that. Now the question comes of whoever the event organizer is for that Pro Bull Riding Association, will they do this interesting exhibition? All right. But now that we've gotten there, I am wildly interested in that. Like, if I was to bank on it, I will tell you Cowboy's going to ride the ball. And I don't mean that he's got the courage to go out. I mean, he's going to succeed. He's going to get the 100 grand. He's going to stay on there 8 seconds. And to explain to you my lack of respect for that would be hard to do in words. But I have the right. I grew up, I raised these things. My father was breeder of the year, and that was for thoroughbreds specifically, but I'm sharing. He was breeder of the year during his life. He was breeder of the year 1 year post-mortem for ponies that hadn't gotten to the track yet. When they did, they won more races than anybody. They gave it to him in death that had never been done before. I grew up around these things. I grew up at these roads. My Uncle Rudy used to put them on. I mean, I know this inside and out, and I'll just tell you, I don't respect 8 seconds. I don't respect it. I'll ride that bull for 18 seconds. I couldn't imagine doing anything in life and thinking 8 was a lot. I just couldn't. Anything, nothing, not one thing would 8 be a lot. So, I mean, I start with that. That you're dealing with an actual athlete here. Where 8, there's no sporting event in the world that's 8, where you get patted on the back for 8 seconds. And I'm just sharing that with you. That you're dealing with a different mindset, an athlete. If there's anything that Francis Ngannou taught us, there's anything that he showed us, is our expertise and understanding in one direct field is greatly overplayed. We've had it wrong. We've had it wrong for so long. The last time we were reminded of that, and guys, I bring this to you, while Francis taught us that, okay, and he reminded us that, it's never been tested. We don't really know that isn't a commonality. We've had guys talk about Michael Jordan, he could go over and play some baseball, something like this. We had Bo Jackson actually try. It worked. We had Herschel Walker not only try, he did it in 3 sports. Herschel Walker had nothing to do, and I do mean nothing, with Winter Olympic sports. He showed up and won the national championship, which landed him on the Olympic team for bobsled. He told me that entire story, and I told it to you guys. I know, I just name-dropped Herschel Walker, but this is what happened. He got signed up, he pushed it. It turned out that the pushing of the sled, whichever gets from here to here first, wins nationals and gets assigned to the bobsled team. it turned out that that was just exactly what he'd been doing his whole life, from track and field, of which he was an NCAA champion, from football, of which he played, to the highest of level. It just turned out it was that exact same explosion, muscles. He walked through it. Done it one time, won it all, and made the team. I mean, I'm sharing these things with you that we do keep seeing these types of cross promotions. And I know Cowboys. I mean, I'm giving these guys a hard time, but these are my people. These are my people. My father never, and I do mean never, we were at summer days, we'd be out on the boat water skiing. He never left our house. This is not exaggeration, ever, where he was not in a long sleeve button-up shirt like a real cowboy would wear, tucked in to his tight Wranglers that came over the top of his alligator boots. And he wore a belt buckle that he won in the rodeo. I mean, I'm just sharing that with you, that I have the right to tell you. I have the right to tell you that the people that go into that are not very good athletes. It's very much a flying tomato Shaun White situation, right? You ever watch this guy? I mean, he's amazing. He can do things that nobody else can do. His father put an apparatus in his backyard that nobody else's father put in their backyard. So the same way you can go out and jump on a trampoline, unlike any other kid that doesn't own a trampoline, Shaun White's got the same thing. I mean, I'm just sharing that with you, that if you want to be a bull rider, if your father doesn't have a field where you have access to ride bulls, you can't do it. So a couple of times a year, you get these guys that are largely elitists whose fathers had a whole bunch of money and weren't afraid to hook a crew cab up to a fifth wheel, drive these animals around. I mean, I'm just sharing with you, like, this isn't what you might think, right? These guys aren't up in the morning, right? They're not having their protein shake, and they're getting their sprints in, coming back home, getting a nap before they go in the afternoon and meet with the coaches and team. It's not like that at all. So what would happen if you brought a real athlete over? A real athlete. He liked this. He understood he's got a ranch of his own. He's been on bulls, but he's a real athlete. Respects his career enough to stick a needle in his ass every now and again, right? A real athlete. What would happen? Goes for 25 minutes all the time with an actual killer. 8 seconds on a bull that can't even see you, right? I'm up here. The bull's facing that way. 8 seconds. That's a joke. That's a joke. Twisted Steel is going to get ridden by Cowboy Cerrone. If he was getting ridden by Chael Sonnen, it'd be for 18 seconds. That's only because I wouldn't let go. I could stay on that sumbitch for 8 minutes if I wanted to. This isn't my story. This is Cowboy story. I'm just letting you know, much like the crossover, much like we saw Francis go, much like we saw Bo go, much like we saw Herschel go, I'm letting you know they all went down. Right, a guy from the NFL playing all over the world to go push a sled. You know what I'm saying, right? It's one of these things. Francis Ngannou, the mixed rules champion of the world. Right, it's one of they're coming down. You're taking huge steps down. This is a massive step. Most complete, tough, mentally sound, in shape, fit, adrenaline, pressure building, versus riding a bull that's looking the other way. Come on, man. Cowboys got this.